Hello, loves. Hello, hello. It's Hills here from the Blue Flame Apothecary. I hope that you are doing well in this energy. It is a lot. It is a lot. There's so much falling away. There's so much falling away. There's so much that we're being asked to allow to leave. For me, very, very, very tangibly, as my beautiful, beloved feline companion, my familiar Poppy, left me last week. It's one of the reasons I have not posted an update. It is the reason I have not posted an update in a couple of weeks. We are right now making our way into the October Eclipse Wormhole. This wormhole is profoundly transformative. All eclipse wormholes are, but this one, whoo, oh boy. My. So let me feel where we're going to dive into this energy. We're going to start with the sun and the moon at 21 degrees of Libra on October 14th. Coming into conjunction with one another, the moon passing through the center, through the heart of the sun, creating a ring of fire. This is a total annular eclipse. We'll be drawing a path across the Pacific Northwest, Pacific Southwest, and into South America. Will be exactly conjunct, well, not exactly, but very closely conjunct to the exactly conjunct Arcturus and South Node, which we've been talking about for a couple of months here. Very powerful energy, very powerful energy. We have Arcturus, the way station, the place where we as souls journey, we pass through as we explore our life reviews, as we come back through and plan our incarnations. It holds an access point to the Akashic records, to that place where we can pull the files of our entire soul's journey. And we have an eclipse coming into conjunction with this now. We have the South Node, which is where we've been, conjunct already to this stellar dimension, Arcturus. And we have the sun and moon coming in to meet them. And right in between Arcturus and the South Node and the sun and the moon is Isis, creative, divine mother energy, right? It's profound and beautiful and amazing. Creation. We have so much ability to create something new. However, this is Libra. We're looking for balance. This is eclipse season. And this is the month of October. So all of this means shedding layers, letting go of things that are not true in relationship with others, in our relationships with ourselves, in our soul's journey, the wounds that we're holding on to, so that we can burn them away and then, like the phoenix, rise up from those ashes, holding more of our true self, our true nature, our true divine being. On the other side of the sun and the moon, at 17 degrees of Libra, we find Mercury. Now, Mercury at 17 degrees of Libra is exactly across from our retrograde Chiron. Mercury has that energy of being able to facilitate a conversation between the realms. So we can start to feel here that Mercury is helping us to facilitate the conversation between where our soul has been and where we are going, and to navigate the wounds held within this place. Now, this Chiron retrograde has been happening in trine to the great attractor. This is something that we've been talking about for a while now. Chiron is coming closer to the great attractor, which is actually at 14 degrees of Sagittarius. There's another energy, an asteroid named for the Anubis. The Anubis are, in Egyptian mythology, they are the guardians of the Akashic records. They are the fairy beings, the ferrymen between the realms, much like Mercury, right? They are coyote, wolf. They have a little bit of trickster energy to them. They might ask you to look at something in a new way, in a different way. The trickster energy that we feel, you can feel it a lot in the Pleiades, and you can feel it a lot with Coyote. The Fool card, which for me kept popping up yesterday. What we are tapping into with the trickster energy is a sort of dangling, can you look at it in this way? Well, what about this way? Eris, who's still conjunct the North Node, has this energy also. It is throwing a wrench into the works to see if you can find a bypass, find a new way. So the great attractor is in trine and has been for a while now with Chiron. We've been talking about how this is pulling the debris from our wounds, and how we, with this Arcturus South Node, this Ring of Fire Eclipse with Isis there, all of this energy, we are being given access to more of our soul's journey, more of the wounds, deeper layers of our being that we didn't have access to before. Some of this is going to pull up lifetimes where we abused power, where we did things that we're not very happy about, that we can't believe that our soul could have taken part in. And we're being asked to let that move through, to say, I see you and I forgive that aspect of you, to allow that forgiveness that already exists for each of us to flow through and into us. This is part of the reason that another access point to the Akashic records is the center of the heart. The center of the heart. So the great attractor has been moving. Well, the great attractor is sucking all this energy up, right? And the Anubis, during this new moon eclipse, will be at 10 degrees of Sagittarius, so just 5 degrees off from the great attractor, and is moving steadily closer and closer and closer to the great attractor, ferrying us, as it were, to this place where we can actually let go, where we can actually let go. This will be an exact conjunction on the day of the full moon eclipse on the 28th of October. So this entire eclipse wormhole, we are getting closer. We're drudging up and trudging up, getting deeper and deeper, going further and further into our beings, allowing more and more of our self to witness ourself. And then as the full moon, that releasing moon eclipse happens, the great attractor and the Anubis are exactly conjunct. Thank you. And then we'll probably need to sleep for a couple of days. Just in time for Halloween and Dia de Muertos. So to say that we are in a powerful, transformative field right now is quite the understatement. To say that we are going to be asked to let go of things that we don't want to let go of, but that we need to, very true. To say that we are going to be asked to move in new ways that we haven't previously thought of, also true. You feel. We're going to talk about this seeing things in new ways first, and then we're going to go into something else. There's two more pieces that I can feel we're going to talk about today. The first is the Neptune galactic center square that we've been talking about for a while. Neptune is still retrograding in Pisces. The galactic center is where it always is, right there, around 25 to 27 of Sagittarius. Currently, Medusa is in Gemini, in the end of Gemini, exactly across from the galactic center. Medusa is that awakening energy, Kundalini energy, also reclamation, taking back of story, owning whole story energy, right? So that's a T-square with Neptune. And then directly across from Neptune, we have Hathor, conjunct Kali in Virgo. We also have Venus having just entered Virgo on the other side. More on that in a minute. Hathor, Divine Mother, Mother Goose, Holy Cow. Hathors are also guardians of the Akashic. The Hathors, like the Anubis, are guides on our soul's journey. When we call upon our access to the Akashic records, we can call upon the Anubis, we can call upon the Hathors, depending on what we need. And there's this really beautiful, with the Hathors, rather than the more trickstery, jokey sort of Anubis energy, that more death doula energy. The Hathors have that like birthing doula energy. So like almost like the other side of the Pleiades sort of energy. And we can feel in this conjunction with Kali in Virgo that Kali Ma and the Hathors are like, yes, you have to look at these things about your soul's journey. You have to look at these things about where you've been as a species, really, as the human beings. All of the things that we have done, and all of the places that we've been, and all of the ways that we have tried different things. And through this drilling down, this diving in, that Neptune is helping facilitate for us in this retrograde. And it's Pisces, it's higher heart, so it's getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the heart. We can, through love, start to peel away the gauzy filament that was blocking our view from where we can go, and new ideas, new paths forward can shine and radiate for us. And that's part of the energy of this eclipse wormhole also. Yes, there's all the decay and the dying away that is part of that transformation, but there's also the rebirth. That's that Isis conjunction to the sun and moon, right? It's all this rebirth. It's, yes, peel away all these layers, all of these things that do not serve, that are not true, that have been tried and tried and tried, and never anything has changed. So that you can see this glimmering little piece of gold dust that says, oh, there's a path that's never been tried before. Let's go in there and see what it's got for us. And to reveal this path forward to others in that way which most serves. This brings me to the other piece that I was feeling, and that is, I'm recording this on the 11th of October. Yesterday we had the 1010 portal. Through the 1010 portal, Venus entered Virgo, finally leaving Leo and retrograde shadow behind. And that was in conjunction with the moon, actually. So really beautiful divine feminine energies in that, right? Wholeness, priestess energy, conjunct the moon, Virgo, Venus, just like a flower opening. And they were across from Saturn at that point also, which is at 0 degrees of Pisces. So we can feel here that one of the ways that I've been viewing it is like Saturn, the higher heart rooted in as the lily pad, and Venus and the moon in Virgo, the lotus flower blooming from that lily pad. That's a beautiful way to meditate on that energy if that calls to you, to feel the roots coming into your heart space, opening up. And lily pads are great filtration devices also. They are purifiers. They go into deep, dank, dark waters. And then the lotus flower blooms. And in Vedic tradition, the lotus flower, every color of the lotus flower is one of your chakra centers. And every petal opens wider and wider that chakra. So, yeah, if you feel like it, that would be a beautiful place to meditate, to come into your heart, to feel the roots of the lily pad, cleaning out the energies there, filtering and filtering and filtering the waters of your being, your emotional being, allowing the lotus of your heart to bloom ever wider. Also, today, yesterday, over the last 24 hours, and as we speak, Pluto has stopped moving and is going to begin to turn around and go forward again in Capricorn. This is one more planet that is no longer retrograde, and we still have quite a few of them. But like all of the other outer planets, Pluto will be barely moving at all through the rest of this year until January, when finally, back into Aquarius. But Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, Jupiter, all of these planets are very, very, very static right now. All of them except for Pluto will continue to be retrograde. Saturn is going to shift at the beginning of November. But they are barely moving. They're barely moving at all. And when this happens, especially with all that retrograde energy, you can start to feel it as a tunnel boring into your being. You can feel it coming down, widening the access, allowing for deeper layers of your being. It's like a core that has a fine drill bit, and it's just pulling down and down. And as it pulls down, it's getting wider so you can see more clearly what's deep in there. Oh. This is a powerful period this month that we're in. We have a Friday the 13th, the day before the Ring of Fire Eclipse. We have Halloween and Dia de Muertos a couple of days after the full moon eclipse. We have Pluto having just shifted. We have Venus and Mercury having switched signs and both out of their retrograde shadows now. We have this powerful Akashic portal. When we think of October and November, in general, the energies of this month have very thin veils. They are times of the year, and this doesn't matter if you're Southern Hemisphere or Northern Hemisphere, they are the times of the year when we have a contact point, an ability to connect with the other side, with our ancestors. It's like that. It's like it's put on a magnifying glass, and we can see through to the other side very easily. With this eclipse wormhole so connected to the stellar dimension of Arcturus, it is not simply our ancestors, our ancestral line that is being blown wide open. It is the fullness of our soul's journey, all of the interactions that our soul has had with the various ancestors that we do have in this life. We get to see the interconnecting filament, all of the ways that the overlays and the overlaps have occurred, so that we can go into states of forgiveness of self and into states of forgiveness with those around us who we have maybe a bit of an acrimonious relationship with, or a deep love relationship with, whatever that is. When we feel into all of the where we've been, we get to start to see how all of those who are in our lives have been there with us in different ways and in different forms. You feel if there's anything else that really, really needs to be shared. As I was moving through, and I'm still moving through the grief of allowing Poppy to leave me. I saw Petra out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh, and she's been, this is the other cat that lives with me. She has been a beautiful blessing through all of this, because she is joy and love, and she's just like, come and rub my belly, and let's have cuddle times and all of the things. And she's looking at me now. But as I have been moving, and as our household is moving through the loss of Poppy's feline form, I can feel it opening up for me. This new aspect of my being that I had closed off for a really long time. And one of the things that I'm called to share as I'm continuing to move with this energy is that whatever it is that you are also being asked to release, it's likely something, it may not be something as tangible as a loved one. Whatever it is, I see you and I honor you through it. And I am so grateful to you for witnessing me as I am releasing this beautiful relationship I had with my feline friend, and also all of the other beautiful transformations. The other day I called it a big, painful, beautiful wrecking ball. Everything is changed now. Everything is changed. Just like every interaction that every single one of us has in any moment with anything or anyone changes us. And it is such a gift that we get to share in this journey with one another. Let go of expectations of what may be and allow yourself to open up to the all that can be. That is my biggest piece of advice for you as we travel through this, and to allow yourself the time and the space that you need when you need it. I had to take time, and I'm still taking time to adjust to life now without Poppy, to allow my grief to move. When you need to take a walk, say, I need to take a walk. Part of Libra energy is finding balance in our relationships. So find that time for yourself, for what you truly need, so that you can be there. So that you can be there. If you are not there for yourself, you cannot be there for anyone else. If you are not there for yourself, you cannot be there for anyone else. Not wholly. And with that, on that beautiful note, as always, in always, with so much and many loves to you from, through, and beyond the all dimensions. Thank you.